Kris Kristofferson, A Star is Born actor, dead at 88. Kris Kristofferson, beloved singer-songwriter, actor, and entertainment industry legend, died at 88, his loved ones confirmed. Kristofferson leaves behind 9 children: Tracy, Chris, Casey, Heather, Jesse, Jody, Johnny, Kelly, and Blake, whom he shared with his 2 ex-wives, Frances Mavia Beer and Rita Coolidge, as well as his 3rd wife, Lisa Myers, to whom he was still married at the time of his death. It is with a heavy heart that we share the news. Our husband/father/grandfather, Kris Kristofferson, passed away peacefully on Saturday, September 28 at home. We're all so blessed for our time with him. Thank you for loving him all these many years. And when you see a rainbow, know he's smiling down at us all. A statement from his family via Instagram read, "Following the news of Kristofferson's death, his fans and admirers have been looking back at all that he did during his incredible career and how he amazed others with his inspiring life. Keep reading as we do the same." Kris Kristofferson was born on June 22, 1936, in Brownsville, Texas. Going on to first study creative writing at college, while also playing football and becoming a Golden Gloves boxer, he went on to study at Oxford University on a Rhodes Scholarship, earning his master's degree in literature before embarking on a stint in the military and then finding fame as a musician and actor. Known for writing songs like Me and Bobby McGee, which was famously performed by his ex-girlfriend Janis Joplin. He also earned a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor thanks to his work in 1976's A Star is Born, opposite Barbra Streisand. Those were just a few of the accomplishments that Kristofferson achieved before retiring in 2021, having spent more than 50 years in show business. And while that might make you think that he's been focused on his goals, he noted while opening up to Rolling Stone in 2016, "I really have no anxiety about controlling my own life. Somehow, I just slipped into it and it's worked." He later added, "It's been good so far and it'll probably continue to be." When asked about any potential regrets via his website, Kristofferson explained, "Listen, I have those, but my life has turned out so well for me that I would be afraid to change anything." Our condolences go out to Kristofferson's family, friends, and fans. Kris Kristofferson once confessed he never thought he would live past 30. Before changing hard partying ways, Kris Kristofferson is being remembered for his talents as a singer-songwriter and actor in the wake of his passing at his home in Maui, Hawaii, at the age of 88. His professional life, which spanned 7 decades, was almost cut short by his hard partying days on the road as a musician and in Hollywood as a leading man and character actor. It turns out he was of the old school premise that real artists live on the edge with their lifestyle choices, which includes the use of mind-altering substances like alcohol. I thought all serious artists were self-destructive, that anybody worth their salt was going to be out there living on the edge. The Brownsville, Texas native told People in 1998 he would ultimately have a moment of clarity in the late 1970s, which inspired him to curb his hard partying ways after seeing his death scene in the first remake of A Star is Born, 1978, where he plays a character similar in his self-destructive days, alongside co-star Barbra Streisand. It's believed Kristofferson, born Christopher Kristofferson, heavy drinking habits escalated through in the late 1960s and into 1970s. Around that time, he began relationship with blues rock icon Janis Joplin, who had already built up a reputation for her drinking and drug use. "I don't know what you call a love affair, but we were real close," the To Beat the Devil star said of their romance. "I liked her sense of humor. I was doing a lot of drinking then, and she was trying to kick heroin." The Piece of My Heart singer would lose her battle with drugs and alcohol when she died in October 1970 at the age of just 27. While admitting her death tore me up, Kristofferson continued on with his heavy drinking to the point where he was a self-professed functioning alcoholic. For a couple of years, it was Jack Daniels, then it was tequila, then it was anything, he said of his ever-changing drink of choice. When I was performing, I couldn't imagine getting up and doing it without drinking. As the years went on, Kristofferson eventually came to a crossroads where he could no longer sustain his hard drinking after seeing his on-screen death in A Star is Born, 1976, in which he played self-destructive rock star John Norman Howard. In the heartbreaking scene, Streisand's Esther Hoffman Howard character hovers over Kristofferson as John in a field after dying in a car crash while drinking and driving. I remember feeling that could very easily be my wife and kids crying over me, he said of the scene of Streisand as rising star Esther Hoffman Howard. I quit drinking over that. I didn't want to die before my daughter grew up. And like so many other stories of people seeing their lives soar after getting sober, the country crooner started seeing the positive effects of his life changes by meeting his future wife, Lisa Myers, in 1982. They became an item soon after putting down the bottle and went on to welcome 5 children together, which made 8 kids in all for the Heaven's Gate actor, after having had 3 from previous marriages. After leaving the Army in 1965, Kristofferson moved to Nashville to pursue a career in music. He would get one of his big breaks when he gave June Carter a tape of his music to give to her husband, Johnny Cash, which ultimately led to the legendary Man in Black to recording his song Sunday Morning Comin' Down. That led to Kristofferson winning the Songwriter of the Year award for the tune at the Country Music Association Awards in 1970. The musician ended up writing songs for both himself and other artists over the years, and eventually started becoming more known for his acting roles after A Star is Born. Some of his most notable films include Pat Garrett in Billy the Kid, 1973, Bloom in Love, 1973, Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, 1974, A Star is Born, 1976, Convoy, 1978, Heaven's Gate, 1980, Stagecoach, 1986, Lone Star, 1996, and the Blade Trilogy, 1998 to 2004. The 4-time Grammy Award winner was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2004. While reflecting on how he eventually found a peaceful family life in Maui, Hawaii, the Blade actor was both surprised and grateful at how it all played out. I never could have imagined this. I sit right here and think how it could have turned out so differently. I never thought I'd live past 30. I could have ended up dead. A representative for Kristofferson confirmed that he was surrounded by family when he passed away on Saturday. It is with a heavy heart that we share the news our husband/father/grandfather, Kris Kristofferson, passed away peacefully on Saturday, September 28th at home. We're also blessed for our time with him. Thank you for loving him all these many years. And when you see a rainbow, know he's smiling down at us all. The family of Kris Kristofferson shared when confirming his passing over the weekend. The legendary singer, famed for the film A Star is Born, died surrounded by family at his home in Hawaii. Born on June 6, 1936, Kris Kristofferson was known for being a legendary country music star and Hollywood actor. Starting in the late 1960s, the Texas native wrote classic songs like Sunday Morning Comin' Down, Help Me Make It Through the Night, For the Good Times, and Me and Bobby McGee. Kris died in Maui on September 28, 2024, with his family by his side. They released this statement. It is with a heavy heart that we share the news our husband/father/grandfather, Kris Kristofferson, passed away peacefully on Saturday, September 28th, at home. We're all so blessed for our time with him. Thank you for loving him all these many years, and when you see a rainbow, know he's smiling down at us all. During his life, Kris welcomed 8 children, with his first child, Tracy, being born on January 9, 1962. His daughter is from his marriage to high school sweetheart, Frances Beer, who he divorced in 1969. When Tracy was studying at Stanford University, she was involved in a bad motorcycle accident, which saw her devoted father cancel his concert in Sweden and rush to be with her. Speaking to the New York Times at the time, Kris said, "My daughters mean everything in the world to me. After graduating college, Tracy headed for Hollywood and made her acting debut in 1985's Trouble in Mind. She also starred in 1990's Night of the Cyclone and A Place to Grow in 1995. Tracy was previously married to Richard Tyson. They share one child but divorced in 2017. After Tracy, Kris had 7 more children, giving his daughter 5 brothers and 2 sisters. His eldest son, Kris Jr., was born on January 20th, 1968, and is Tracy's only full brother, as his mom is also Frances. However, unlike his big sister and father, he has stayed completely out of the spotlight. Born on March 21st, 1974, Casey is Kris's only child with his second wife, Rita Coolidge. Rita is a famous singer known for Higher and Higher and the James Bond theme, All Time High. Speaking about her childhood with 2 famous parents, Casey told Asheville Movies, "After being raised on the road, I have always avoided the spotlight. I gravitated more towards the punk rock scene, classical ballet, and music. Almost anything to not be recognized just for my name." In 2019, she formed the Kris Kristofferson Band, and they released their debut song, Dirty Feet. Kris, and his third wife, Lisa Myers, welcomed their first child together, Jesse, in October 7th, 1983. In the noughties, he enjoyed an acting career and had roles in Planet of the Apes, 2001, the 2010 TV series Gigantic. However, he is best known for starring as Neil Holtgren on Days of Our Lives, but hasn't starred in anything since 2013. Jesse's brother Jody was born 2 years after him on May 21st, 1985. He is best known for being a professional wrestler for the E. Jody, fought under the ring name Jody Reese, but has since retired from the sport. Kris and Lisa welcomed their third son, Johnny, in 1988. He took over the family business following Kris's retirement from music in 2021. Kelly Marie follows in Dad's footsteps. Born on November 1st, 1990, Kelly Marie is Kris and Lisa's only daughter. Like her famous father, she is both an actress and musician. Kelly appeared in 2016's Traded and the 2017 short Pimp My Life. She also loves to sing, and in 2013 performed a duet with her beloved dad at Magnolia Fest in Florida. The pair sang a father-daughter rendition of his song, The Wonder. Kelly is happily married to painter Aiden Hanami after they wed in 2018. Youngest child, Blake, Kris's youngest child. Blake was born on July 27, 1994. He went on to study at Pepperdine University, just like his big brother Johnny had done. However, unlike some of his siblings, he likes to keep away from the spotlight and hasn't chosen a career in show business. The singer and Hollywood star sadly passed away aged 88, leaving behind his wife, Lisa Myers. During his life, legendary country music star Kris Kristofferson was married 3 times. The singer's longest marriage was to Lisa Myers, who was by his side when he sadly passed away at their home in Maui, Hawaii, on September 28, 2024. Along with the rest of his family, she released this statement. "It is with a heavy heart that we share the news our husband/father/grandfather, Kris Kristofferson, passed away peacefully on Saturday, September 28, at home. We're all so blessed for our time with him. Thank you for loving him all these many years, and when you see a rainbow, know he's smiling down at us all." Kris and Lisa's story begins after divorcing second wife and singer Rita Coolidge. Kris met Lisa in 1982 at a Malibu gym. They crossed paths when he asked to borrow a piece of gym equipment that she was using. In a later interview with the Irish Independent, Kris revealed how he used this as a ploy to talk to her. At the time their romance started, Lisa was a law student studying at Pepperdine University, a college 2 of her children would later attend. After a year of dating, Kris and Lisa got married in Malibu. The pair wed on February 18, 1983, in an intimate ceremony at the Pepperdine University Chapel. After marrying, the couple went on to have a huge brood of kids. In addition to their 5 children, Lisa is also stepmom to Kris's 3 children from his previous marriages. He has 2 children with first wife Frances Beer, Tracy, and Kris Jr. Kris also has 1 daughter, Casey, from his second marriage to Rita Coolidge. Lisa and her family were left devastated when Kris sadly passed away on September 28, 2024. Tributes poured in for the singer who played with Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash and is best known for the hit Me and Bobby McGee. Country Music Hall of Fame CEO Kyle Young said Kris Kristofferson believed creativity is God-given, and those who ignore such a gift are doomed to unhappiness. He preached that a life of the mind gives voice to the soul, and his work gave voice not only to his soul, but to ours. He leaves a resounding legacy.